We all do it. We look around and compare ourselves to others. We see their successes, their possessions, their relationships, and we can't help but measure ourselves against them. This tendency to compare is deeply ingrained in our human nature. A primal instinct, perhaps, but it's a trap. It's a trap that leads to unhappiness, self-doubt, and a diminished sense of self-worth. From a young age, we're conditioned to compare. We compare grades in school, athletic abilities on the field, even the toys we have. As adults, the comparisons become more nuanced, but no less pervasive. We compare careers, salaries, homes, partners, even social media followings. It's a constant cycle of measuring, judging, and often finding ourselves wanting. This comparison game is a losing battle because it's based on an illusion. We're comparing our insides to other people's outsides. We see the carefully curated highlight reels of their lives, the successes they choose to share, the image they project to the world. We don't see the struggles, the insecurities, the failures that are also part of their story. The truth is, everyone's journey is unique. We all have our own paths to walk, our own mountains to climb, our own definitions of success and fulfillment. Comparing ourselves to others is like comparing apples and oranges. It's a futile exercise that only serves to undermine our own sense of self-worth. We often fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to others who seem to be in similar situations. It's a natural human tendency to look at those around us and measure our own progress, success, and happiness against theirs. We might compare ourselves to siblings, colleagues, friends, and even acquaintances, believing that their lives are somehow a benchmark for our own. This comparison extends to strangers on the internet, whose curated lives on social media often seem to mirror our own struggles and triumphs. However, this perception of similarity is often an illusion, masking a multitude of hidden variables that shape our individual experiences. These unseen factors can drastically alter the course of our lives. Each of us carries a unique set of circumstances, both visible and invisible, that influence how we navigate the world. Our upbringing, family dynamics, cultural background, socioeconomic status, and personal experiences all play a role in shaping our values, beliefs, and perspectives. These personal experiences, whether they are moments of joy or instances of hardship, contribute significantly to who we are and how we view the world around us. These factors, often hidden beneath the surface, create a complex web of influences that shape our responses to life's challenges. They determine our resilience, our coping mechanisms, and our overall outlook on life. Consider two individuals who both grew up in the same neighborhood, attended the same schools, and even pursued similar careers. On the surface, their lives might appear parallel, but beneath the surface lies a world of difference. One might have had a supportive network of friends and family, while the other might have faced isolation and loneliness. These hidden differences can lead to vastly different life outcomes. One individual might have grown up in a loving and supportive home, surrounded by encouragement and care, while the other might have faced neglect or trauma, which can leave lasting scars and affect one's ability to trust and connect with others. One might have had access to opportunities and resources that were denied to the other, such as quality education, healthcare, and career advancement. These hidden variables, often invisible to the outside world, have a profound impact on how we experience life, how we cope with adversity, and how we define success. They shape our dreams, our fears, and our aspirations. Comparing ourselves to others without acknowledging these fundamental differences is like comparing two trees that have grown in different soil, with different levels of sunlight and water. Each tree's growth is influenced by its unique environment. It's a comparison that ignores the very essence of what makes each tree unique. Just as each tree has its own story, so do we. Embracing our own journey with all its hidden variables allows us to appreciate our unique path and the growth it brings. Just as our life experiences are shaped by a multitude of factors, so too are our responses to those experiences. Each moment, each event, and each interaction leaves an imprint on us, shaping our reactions and our perspectives. We each possess a unique tapestry of strengths, weaknesses, values, beliefs, and coping mechanisms that influence how we navigate the world. These elements come together to form our personal identity, guiding us through the complexities of life. This tapestry, woven from the threads of our individual journeys, is what makes us who we are. It is a reflection of our past, our present, and our aspirations for the future. Some individuals are naturally more resilient, bouncing back from adversity with remarkable strength and determination. They face challenges head-on, using their experiences as stepping stones to grow stronger. Others might be more sensitive, feeling the weight of challenges more deeply. Their emotional depth allows them to connect with others on a profound level, offering empathy and understanding. Some thrive in social situations, drawing energy from connecting with others, finding joy and fulfillment in shared experiences and communal bonds. While others find solace in solitude, preferring the company of their own thoughts and reflections, they recharge in quiet moments, finding clarity and peace within themselves. There's no right or wrong way to be, no single path that everyone must follow. No single template for navigating life's complexities. Each person's journey is unique, filled with its own set of challenges and triumphs. Our individual differences are not flaws to be fixed, or weaknesses to be overcome, but rather they are the very threads that make up the rich tapestry of our being. They add color and texture to our lives, making each of us distinct and special. But rather, they are the very threads that make up the rich tapestry of our being. Embracing these differences allows us to appreciate the beauty and diversity. Embracing our unique strengths and weaknesses, our individual quirks and idiosyncrasies, is essential to living a fulfilling and authentic life. It is through this acceptance that we find true contentment and self-worth. When we compare ourselves to others, we often focus on the ways in which we believe we fall short, the areas where we feel inadequate or envious. This comparison can be a thief of joy, robbing us of our sense of self-worth. The areas where we feel inadequate or envious, it can lead to a cycle of self-doubt and negativity, overshadowing our true potential. This focus on our perceived shortcomings prevents us from recognizing and appreciating our own unique strengths, the qualities that make us special and capable in our own right. By shifting our focus to our strengths, we can build a more positive self-image, the qualities that make us special and capable in our own right. Celebrating our uniqueness allows us to embrace our true selves, fostering a sense of pride and confidence in who we are. The constant comparison game is a recipe for unhappiness. When we focus on what others have and we don't, we cultivate a sense of lack within ourselves. We start to believe that we're not good enough, not successful enough, not worthy enough. This negative self-talk can chip away at our self-esteem, leaving us feeling inadequate and insecure. Comparison often leads to envy, a bitter cocktail of resentment and longing. We covet what others have, whether it's material possessions, personal qualities, or life circumstances. This envy can poison our hearts, making it difficult to feel genuine joy for others' successes and fueling a sense of dissatisfaction with our own lives. Moreover, comparison can stifle our own growth and potential. When we're constantly looking over our shoulders at what others are doing, we lose sight of our own path. We might start to doubt our own choices, second-guessing ourselves and wondering if we're on the right track. This self-doubt can prevent us from pursuing our passions, taking risks, and stepping outside of our comfort zones. The constant barrage of curated perfection on social media only exacerbates the negative effects of comparison. We're bombarded with images of seemingly perfect lives, flawless faces, exotic vacations, and picture-perfect families. This constant exposure to unrealistic standards of beauty, success, and happiness can leave us feeling inadequate, anxious, and depressed. The antidote to the poison of comparison is self-acceptance. In a world where we are constantly bombarded with images and messages that tell us we need to be better, thinner, richer, or more successful, self-acceptance stands as a powerful counter-narrative. It's about embracing ourselves, flaws and all, and recognizing that we are enough just as we are. This means looking in the mirror and seeing not just our imperfections, but also our unique qualities and strengths. Self-acceptance is not about complacency or resignation. It's about acknowledging our imperfections with kindness and compassion, recognizing that our flaws are part of what makes us human. Self-acceptance begins with self-compassion. It's about understanding that everyone has flaws and that these flaws do not define our worth. It's about treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a close friend. Imagine how you would comfort a friend who is going through a tough time and then turn that same compassion inward. When we make a mistake, we can choose to berate ourselves, or we can choose to offer ourselves words of comfort and encouragement. Mistakes are a natural part of life and learning, and they do not diminish our value as individuals. When we experience a setback, we can choose to wallow in self-pity, or we can choose to acknowledge our pain and offer ourselves compassion as we navigate the challenges ahead. This approach helps us to build resilience and to move forward with a sense of hope and determination. Self-acceptance also involves challenging negative self-talk. This means being mindful of the inner dialogue that we have with ourselves and making a conscious effort to shift it towards positivity. When we notice ourselves engaging in self-criticism or comparison, we can gently challenge those thoughts. We can ask ourselves why we are being so hard on ourselves and whether this criticism is truly warranted. We can ask ourselves if those thoughts are true, if they're helpful, and if they're aligned with how we want to feel about ourselves. Often we find that these negative thoughts are neither true nor helpful, and they certainly do not align with our desire for self-love and acceptance. We can choose to replace those negative thoughts with more positive and affirming ones. This practice can transform our inner dialogue and help us to cultivate a more loving and accepting relationship with ourselves. Embracing our imperfections doesn't mean that we can't strive to improve ourselves. In fact, self-acceptance can be the foundation for genuine self-improvement, as it allows us to set goals from a place of love rather than self-criticism. It simply means that we accept ourselves as we are right now, in this present moment, with all of our strengths and weaknesses. This acceptance is a powerful act of self-love that can lead to greater peace and fulfillment. From this place of self-acceptance, we can then set goals and make choices that are aligned with our values and aspirations, not from a place of self-criticism or a desire to measure up to external standards. This approach allows us to pursue our dreams with a sense of authenticity and self-respect. In conclusion, remember that comparing yourself to others is a futile exercise. Embrace your unique journey and focus on your personal growth. Each of us is on a different path with our own set of challenges and triumphs. By shifting our focus from comparison to self-acceptance, we allow ourselves to grow in a way that is true to who we are. Imagine a garden filled with different kinds of flowers. Each flower blooms in its own time, in its own way. Some flowers are tall and bright, while others are small and delicate. But each one adds its own unique beauty to the garden. In the same way, each of us has our own unique qualities and strengths that contribute to the world around us. When we stop comparing ourselves to others and start appreciating our own journey, we can find a sense of peace and fulfillment. We can celebrate our successes, learn from our mistakes, and move forward with confidence and self-respect. Self-acceptance is not a destination, but a continuous journey. It's about consistently choosing to be kind and compassionate to ourselves, even when we face challenges and setbacks. It's about recognizing that our worth is not determined by external standards, but by our own inner sense of value and self-respect. So, take a moment to reflect on your own journey. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small it may seem. Embrace your unique path and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. You are enough, just as you are. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more content like this. Your journey is unique, and we are here to support you every step of the way.